Today I signed legislation and an executive order to hold China accountable for its oppressive actions against the people of Hong Kong. The Hong Kong Autonomy Act, which I signed this afternoon, passed unanimously through Congress. This law gives my administration powerful new tools to hold responsible the individuals and the entities involved in extinguishing Hong Kong's freedom. We've all watched what happened. Not a good situation.
赶在香港自治法案签署的最后一天，川普14号在白宫亲自召开记者会，高调宣布制裁香港，这次是玩真的。川普签署的香港自治法案当中，也取消对香港特区护照的特殊待遇，将香港特区护照与中国护照一视同仁。这意味着未来港人前往美国将跟中国公民循相同渠道申请。分析指出，香港特区护照的特殊待遇取消，势必影响美港双边的商务交流，对香港金融中心地位将造成一定影响。
Change in visa status such that Hong Kong passport holders will now be treated the same as any other Chinese passport holder will really make travel to the US for ordinary Hong Kongers much more inconvenient than it had been in the past. Things like the abolition of the Fulbright scholarship program and Fulbright exchanges between the US and China will bring an end to a sort of series of ordinary people-to-people exchange. Of course, for businesses, the real headline is the impact on trade and business and then the flow-on effects that might have.
美国与香港在金融市场关系向来紧密。香港经济日报报道，截至2018年底，香港152家持牌银行，其中的9家，18家限制牌照银行当中的5家，以及48家代表办事处的其中1家，均为美资机构。截至2018年底，美国银行在香港的总资产值和客户存款分别约为1480亿美元和790亿美元，占香港银行业整体数字约5%。此外，香港161家认可保险公司中，10家是美国公司，另有12家是由美资控制。在港交易的金融衍生品，如期货、期权中，美国投资者占整体市场交易量大约10%。同时，还有290家的美国企业选择在香港设立地区总部。但这一切都因为北京制定的国安法，恐将成为香港繁华历史上的一页。
Now, American companies in Hong Kong are feeling squeezed by all of the politics. In fact, AmCham in Hong Kong said that 3/4 are worried about Beijing's new national security law. 42% are pessimistic about the prospects. And of course, this latest move by the U.S. Stripping the city of its preferential status doesn't necessarily help. As of now, 64% don't plan to leave, though it really depends on your industry. Because, for example, the New York Times today announced that it is relocating its digital journalists out of Hong Kong to Seoul. This is about 1/3 of its Hong Kong staff. And the paper said that it was being, quote, prudent to make contingency plans.
纽约时报直言不讳地说，随着中国收紧控制，香港这座城市即将进入一个新时代。而时报的一些在港员工在工作签证取得上，居然跟在中国一样碰到困难。时报编辑们因此认定，他们需要另觅一处运营基地。
Is this the right response? Is this actually a useful response from Western powers, or does it really kind of just contribute to the increased isolation and abandonment of the Hong Kong people?
Certainly there's an argument that by cutting Hong Kong off in this way, it effectively pushes Hong Kong further into the arms of Beijing. If Hong Kong can no longer function as that international hub that it has been and can be seen as, and is no longer seen as part of the wider international trade community, then that forces Hong Kong effectively into becoming just a capital-raising centre for China and a trade centre for China, which is ultimately, I think, harmful for Hong Kong in the long run and harmful for the Hong Kong people as well.
当川普一锤定音祭出制裁，不仅没吓倒港股，香港商业界的反應更顯得冷靜。
商界都已經差唔多消化咗㗎啦。咁當然當時提出嚟嘅時候，亦都唔覺得係一個非常之震撼性嘅嘢啦嚇，因為美國 講即係嗰個嘅貿易咧，其實即係得益者其實係美國嘅。美國對我哋嘅順差係即係大過我哋對美國嗰出口好多啦。咁香港好多嘅廠家等等咧，都喺內地嗰度設廠嘅。咁佢哋嘅打擊咧係受嗰個中美貿易戰，其實係仲大過即係而家講緊即係嗰啲咁樣嘅制裁啦。
德國之聲分析指出，结束香港的特殊经济地位，对美国来说可能是一把双面刃。根据美国商务部人口普查局的数据，去年美国从香港获得的贸易顺差最多，达到260亿美元，2018年则高达了311亿美元。不过，制裁中国，川普还有招。纽约时报报道称，川普正考虑对中国共产党党员及其家属实施全面入境限制。但以中国拥有9000多万名党员来推算，美国得禁止至少2.7亿的中国人赴美。而根据资料，2018年赴美的中国公民有300万人，但美国政府无从得知赴美旅客是否有党员身份，即便想确认阻止入境或驱逐出境都是难题。值得注意的是，外界原本预期川普会提出一份中国官员的黑名单，但彭博社报道称，川普实际上不愿意美中紧张关系升高，因此对制裁破坏香港自治的中国高官黑名单有所保留，包括主管港澳事务的中国国务院副总理韩正、香港特首林郑月娥、香港警务处处长邓炳强都是被锁定的制裁对象。
美方不顾中方的严正交涉，将美国会通过的所谓香港自治法案签署成法。美方的法案恶意地诋毁香港国家安全立法，威胁对中国实施制裁，严重违反国际法和国际关系基本准则，是对香港事务和中国内政的粗暴的干涉。中方将作出必要反应，对美方相关人员和实体实施制裁。
在国际持续对北京施压的同时，香港泛民派也冒着违反国安法的风险，完成了为期2天的立法会初选公投，总投票人数突破了61萬，是2016年立法會選舉民主派近1半票數。
以前嘅民間投票，冇人會擔心話參與民間投票會俾人拉、俾人告，但係而家係喺咁樣嘅威嚇之下，仍然有60萬以上嘅市民係走出嚟。我好希望當權者係睇得到香港人對民主嘅追求係冇放棄過。
泛民希望借由初選集中票源取得過半議席，美國國務卿蓬佩奧還發文祝賀。此舉立刻引來中聯辦、港澳辦強烈抨擊。
May fall into the category of subverting the state power, which is now one of the 4 types of offences under the new national security law. Now, I'm not saying that it has breached it, but I have to put forward a warning.
上綱上線啦，唔好再攞國安法嚟到去大人啦。即係法例，我唔相信你係用嚟咁樣含血噴人噶嘛。我做個民意嘅表達啫嘛，係咪啊？同你去揀我最喜愛嘅歌手有咩分別咧？係咪啊
？9月的立法會選舉，他們仍寄望能締造另一場政治奇蹟。